Developer interviews are horrible. They are hard, long, and stressful. They are so challenging that you can forget the most important thing about the interview. It's not a monologue, it's a conversation. The company is trying to assess if you're a good fit for them. But you too should try to assess if the company is a good workplace. And it's very easy to forget about that. So you have to watch out for things that indicate that the company is a toxic workplace. Here are the 9 of the most common red flags I've seen in developer interviews. They are evading some questions. In an interview, you can ask as many questions as you like, and you should have many of them. Questions about your team, your superiors, your salary, your paid days off, tools, challenges, career path, everything. And they should have answers for everything. If they are not prepared, they are evading some answers, probably they don't know enough about your role or are not ready to employ anyone but just checking the market. And in the worst case scenario, they might be hiding something from you. They press you to accept offer immediately. You should never, never, never accept offer immediately. You need time to consider if the offer is good, maybe to negotiate, to compare with other offers. If they are trying to press you to accept offer immediately, it's something wrong. Maybe they are desperate, and maybe they are trying to push you to accept offer that is substantially worse than what you can get. Your role or terms of employment are not clear. It's a company role to tell you everything about your future position. So the type of contract, the salary, the bonuses, the way you will be evaluated, everything. If they don't know some of these things, it's a warning sign. And maybe they're trying to hide something. If you don't have all of this information, the company is probably unprofessional. They seem disinterested during the interview. The recruiters expect you to do your best during the interview. And that's fair enough. They've got many candidates and just one position usually, so that's fine. But you should expect the same from them too. So if they are checking their phone all the time or writing messages on Slack, that's very unprofessional, and it's a sign that it's not a good workplace, that the employee is not respected there. So I would consider if you want to work for this kind of people. They are not prepared for the interview. The recruiters expect you to be prepared, to know something about the company, to prepare answers for technical questions. But you too should expect them to be prepared. So they should know everything about the company, the position, and you. They should read your resume and maybe projects that you've made, whatever you send them. So if they are not prepared, they are probably not a very good place to work. They are late. If they don't respect your time now, they will not respect it when you start working there. They are trying to stress you. That's one of the greatest sins of the recruiters, and it comes from misunderstanding of their role. The role of the recruiter is to calm you down and to allow you to do your best. They should try to recreate the circumstances of your actual job, not the artificial, stressful, toxic environment. If they purposefully trying to stress you out, that's probably a toxic workplace and you shouldn't work there. They are rude. Everyone has to treat you with respect. And if they are rude during the interview, it will be even worse when you start working there. And it says everything about the company's culture. They have a high turnover rate. That's a tricky one. Software developers change jobs often, so high turnover rate doesn't necessarily mean that something is wrong with the company. But the least you can do is to ask why so many developers are quitting their jobs. These are the most common issues I encountered. What do you think are the worst red flags in developers' interviews?